Welcome to the Landmark Sports Show, broadcasting to you live from downtown Manhattan. And we are back, Season 3.
We're back. Seniors.
Seniors. If you guys noticed, Ant's hair has grown 4 inches since June.
That's right.
It's a man that can grow hair very fast.
And I'm going to keep letting it grow.
It's a good look.
Thank you.
We like it. We'll see. You guys can post. What do you think about Ant's new, this is like a college do. He's almost a college guy. This is his college haircut.
That's right. We're finally a senior. Let's go.
Hard to believe. I knew this guy when he was just a little freshman. Now he's a senior. Hard to believe. But we're here to talk sports, aren't we?
That's right.
We're excited for Season 3. We got 2 seasons under our belt, and we're rolling up our sleeves. We're ready to go.
Our goal for this season, 35.
Let's break our record from last year, right?
That's right. We hit 32 last year.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get to 35.
Yep.
Let's make it happen.
Here we go. We got lots of action. We know we love the fall. Football, UFC, baseball. Got a big boxing match coming up this weekend. Jam-packed.
Right.
So, Ant, can you give us a rundown on UFC from the summer? I paid a little bit of attention, more than I ever have, but you are the expert here, so hit us with the updates.
Very good summer for the UFC.
Yeah?
Very good summer. A lot of new champions crowned. Lot of upsets happening. But let's start off with probably the most surprising part. Daniel Cormier. Well, actually, it's not like super surprising, but it's a little bit.
DC,
with the way,
for those of you guys that don't know.
With the way that he won the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Cormier, DC, became a 2-weight world champion by knocking out, that's right, I said it, knocking out Stipe Miocic in the first round at UFC 226 to become the new UFC heavyweight champion of the world.
Good for him, huh?
Very good for him. DC is one of my favorite fighters. He did an outstanding job in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Very proud of him.
Yeah, it's been nice to see, he had the thing against John Bones, right, where he got beat, and then...
Who's John Bones? I don't know who that is.
Oh, that's right. the person that will not be named, but where he got beat, and, Bones is a cheater, right?
Yeah.
But DC, instead of kind of going downhill, he's really battled back and had some good fights here.
Yeah, man, it's outstanding.
Good for him.
Very good for him.
What was the best fight of the summer, would you say?
Best fight of the summer. I don't know. It's a tough one.
What was your favorite one?
I'm guessing my favorite one would probably have to be Dustin Poirier and Eddie Alvarez.
That's the one that, remember I was talking about before? That's the one that I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
Very good fight.
Can you break that one down for the folks?
Alright, so, if you guys don't know, Dustin Poirier and Eddie Alvarez had a rematch this past summer. It was a UFC on Fox card. Outstanding fight.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin Poirier put a lot of pressure on Eddie Alvarez using something we never saw before, like trying to use his submission skills.
Usually doesn't do that.
No, his wrestling and his jiu-jitsu is very underestimated. Because he doesn't really go for it, but he's come out of a wrestling background.
Wow, okay.
Eddie Alvarez, he was doing his job of trying to make sure that he could take Dustin Poirier down. But Eddie Alvarez landed an illegal elbow.
Mm-hmm.
And the referee took the top position away from Eddie Alvarez. And as a result of that, Dustin Poirier finished Eddie Alvarez by TKO in the second round.
Think that was the right call?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, it was a good call by the ref.
Yeah, because, you're a veteran in the sport. Number one, in the first fight, you landed illegal knees. And then number two, in the second fight, you landed illegal elbows. 12-6, you can't do that in MMA. I mean, I think it's very stupid, but that's just the rule.
For those that might not know, can you explain what a 12-6 is?
So it's when the elbow, I think, is going over a 90-something speed mile per hour. So you can't land the elbow like that.
Straight down?
Yeah, you can't land the elbow like that.
So where you have to kind of come sideways?
Yeah, you have to be
Okay. And then I guess that makes sense, because you could really do damage on somebody if you came down like that.
Yeah.
Now, what's an illegal knee?
An illegal knee is when, your opponent is down, like two hands on the floor and then you knee him, or like your opponent's just on the floor in general and then you knee him.
You can't knee him if they're on the floor.
Yeah, that's a illegal knee.
Okay. All right. So for those of you at home that might not know, now you know. Learning
right.
things every day here on the Landmark Sports Show.
Definitely.
Any other big UFC stuff you want to talk about before we jump into the other things?
Our
boy Jimmy?
Oh, that's right.
Got back in the W column.
That's right, folks. Last Saturday, Jimmy Rivera fought John Dodson at UFC 228 with Jimmy Rivera getting back on the win column, beating John Dodson by unanimous decision, and a lot of people thought it was a dangerous fight for Jimmy to take.
Really?
It was a very dangerous fight for him to take. I mean, when you're coming off a huge knockout loss in the first round,
right,
and you're fighting John Dodson, you don't want to underestimate him.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course, Jimmy did. We know he trains hard.
Yep.
What's next for Jimmy?
I would say probably next for him is you can give him Aljamain Sterling next.
So he's still got a couple fights now to fight back to get a shot at the title, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Fight Aljamain Sterling or maybe even Rob Font. I think he needs an opponent like outside the top 5, and if he beats them, then I think or you could fight John Lineker. That's a good fight to make. Rivera versus Lineker is a very good fight to make, and if Jimmy wins that fight, you give him the winner of a possible fight between Dominic Cruz and Rafael Centel. Or you could give him Cody Garbrandt after Lineker, and if he beats Cody, I think he earns a title shot.
Then he gets a shot at the title.
Yeah.
Okay. What events are you looking forward to this fall in terms of UFC?
UFC 229.
And when's that going to be?
October 6th.
Okay. And who we got now?
Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Conor McGregor.
Oh, yeah.
And the co-main event of that card, Tony Ferguson is making his return and will be fighting Anthony Showtime Pettis.
All right.
It's another card I'm looking forward to. UFC 230 in Madison Square Garden. One fight that we have, Dustin Poirier versus Nate Diaz.
Ooh, the return of Nate Diaz.
Yep.
All right.
And this is the fight I'm looking forward to. A rematch from the middleweight championship fight from UFC 194, Luke Rockhold versus my favorite fighter, Chris Weidman.
There's another good one.
Yeah.
The fall's a good time for UFC. I feel like there's always good fights in the fall, aren't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What do you think about this Conor fight? You think, is Conor a big-time favorite or no?
Actually, I was surprised when I saw this. Khabib is actually a slight favorite.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Is Khabib bigger than him, or are they about the same size?
I think Khabib is a little bigger than him, but he's a favorite because, number one, Conor hasn't fought in 2 years in MMA.
Right.
And number two, Khabib's undefeated.
What's the last MMA fight that Conor had?
Against Eddie Alvarez at UFC 205 back in 2016.
He won it or no?
Yeah, he won that fight, knocked out Eddie in the second round.
So this is going to be a big deal. I mean, whenever Conor's involved, it's a big deal.
A lot of people are picking Conor to win because, his striking is outstanding. Khabib is known to get hit a lot. And a lot of people are also saying if Khabib can get out the first 2 rounds, he could give Conor trouble.
He'd have a shot to get a decision then, or
maybe even a submission.
Oh, okay. He's a submission guy.
Yeah, because Conor is known for gassing out.
Right, kind of like in the Mayweather fight, right? You got tired in the Mayweather fight.
Mayweather, Nate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, we got a lot of UFC action coming up, so we'll have another show then before that October 6th date.
That's right.
We'll talk a little bit more about that then.
Yeah. All right, let's move to
MLB.
No, we got.
We're staying in the contact sports, combat sports. Triple G Canelo.
Tomorrow night is the rematch between Triple G and Canelo Alvarez. Their first fight was around this time last year. It was in the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, and the fight was a draw. One judge, I don't know how they score it in boxing. Not exactly sure about the numbers.
I think it's similar to UFC, where it's like, it'd be like 10-9, 10-8, 10-7, like that.
Yeah, but it's not like a 49, 46, 48, 47, 50, 45. It's not nothing like that.
Right.
One judge gave Alvarez 8-4.
Yeah.
I don't see where Alvarez won 8-4. I don't think Alvarez won that fight.
No, that's what a lot of people feel that way, I feel like.
Yeah, but whatever. The judges gave it a draw, and right now we have a rematch tomorrow night. John, what's your prediction?
I watched a little bit on this. I'm not going to pretend to be a big boxing fan or know a lot about boxing, but I watched a little bit about this last night, and I heard somebody say that they've only seen Triple G fight really angry one other time, and he knocked a guy out, and he was just unstoppable. And they say Triple G's mad about this one. There's been a lot of bad blood between Canelo and Triple G, so I got Triple G with a knockout.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Triple G knockout. I'm gonna say knockout 6th round.
All right, I'm gonna go knockout 8th round.
Okay.
All right, lock it in.
That's right. Now it's time.
MLB.
Yeah.
Things have not been good for my teams since last time we were on.
You guys outside
Yeah, I don't have much to say about the Phillies. They're out. What are the Yanks up to?
I mean, we're still in the wild card, but we are struggling. We've struggled without Aaron Judge because he went out during the summer because he fractured his wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Severino's not pitching good at all.
Yeah, he's struggling, right?
I think people have found what he does.
It's crazy because last time we were filming, he was like untouchable.
He was like the best pitcher in the MLB. Sabathia is not performing well. Sonny Gray went into the
Bullpen, right?
bullpen, yeah. Tanaka's starting to get back on groove.
So, I guess we'll see. They're going to end up in a wild card, it seems like, against the Athletics.
Yeah.
You know, the Athletics have had a couple injuries here and there. The wild card is such a coin flip, you know. Anybody could beat anybody once. So
There should be at least 2 games for the wild card. At least.
yeah. Well, the one game is crazy. To play a whole year and then, you know, one game and you're done, it's crazy.
Exactly, because this isn't football. All right, how about your Phillies?
You know, I honestly think that early in the year they were playing a little bit over their heads. I think they're kind of outperforming what they were, and they came back down to earth a little bit. They didn't get from Arrieta what they really needed. Nola was amazing this year. He's one of the best 3 pitchers in the National League. He's probably going to lose the Cy Young to DeGrom or Scherzer, but you can't really argue with that. They've been amazing. They need to go out and get like a big bat. So I'm not a big Harper fan. I'm hoping maybe they could get Machado because he's not signed with the Dodgers. They need a big bat. They need their young guys to develop. But, you know, they faded here down the stretch, but they weren't all that talented to begin with. I was kind of surprised they were in it. So it's on to football season for me.
On the football season for both of us.
Does that mean we're on to football season for this show now?
Let's get it.
Let's do it. NFL is back.
That's right, folks. NFL is back.
Giants 1-0.
You mean 0-1?
Not 1-0.
They had that game, but I can't really say I'm surprised because Jacksonville, arguably, they have the best defense in the NFL.
I'm very interested to see what the Giants do this week because they have so much firepower on offense. And yeah, Jacksonville's defense is ridiculous. So I kind of get struggling. But if their offense struggles against the Cowboys this week, I don't know. I mean, you got Odell, you got Shepard, you got Ingram, you got Saquon now. Like, they got to score points.
Don't worry, we're going to beat them. Don't worry, we'll beat them.
All right, we'll see.
How was your Eagles this week? 1-0?
1-0.
1-0.
Beat the Falcons.
Yeah.
Just going to try to hold our water until Wentz gets back. You know, Foles is what he is, right?
You doubted Nick Foles.
I know, but look,
he
hasn't been very good besides that magical run.
But did you doubt him then?
I did.
Yeah, you doubted him then.
Hashtag John doubted Nick Foles.
Yeah.
But I think the NFL is cool in part because a lot of different teams can win the Super Bowl in a year. So I think the Eagles have plenty of talent to get back, but so do the Vikings, so do the Rams. Who else? Packers if Aaron Rodgers is playing.
Do you have a prediction for the Super Bowl?
I gotta.
Like who can make it?
Yeah. So if I removed myself as an Eagles fan, right? Because I want the Eagles to make it. If I was just trying to be completely objective, I would say Vikings, Patriots. I'm tired of the Patriots being there. I'm glad the Eagles beat them.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily think that anybody else is ready to challenge them. So that would be my prediction.
Of course, you know I'm a Chargers fan. Giants, Chargers, Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I would love for it to be the Saints against the Chargers in the Super Bowl. But here's my prediction for the Super Bowl. Rams versus the Jaguars. Best offense in the NFL versus the best defense in the NFL.
I think it's a good prediction. I wouldn't be surprised. I think those are both teams that can definitely make it to the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
You know, we need to talk about kind of an upset this week. The Browns and Steelers tie.
Oh, man, ties are so ugly. I hate ties.
Explain to me how the Browns tied with the Steelers.
They turned the ball over 5 times. Steelers turned the ball over 5 times. The weather was a factor. It was just kind of one of those ugly, sloppy games.
I still can't believe the Browns.
Yeah.
Let's see if they get a win this week. Oh, by the way, I got an upset pick this week. John was he kind of agreed with me a little bit.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
He didn't roast me this time.
No roasting.
Just like how he did last year when I went 4-0 in the wild card week. But I am predicting the Browns to upset the Saints.
You heard it here first.
That's right.
Wouldn't be the first time Ant made a big prediction that came out right.
That's right.
Speaking of predictions, we ready?
Let's go. NFL Week 2 predictions.
So, as you guys remember from last year, we picked 3 games of the week each week, and we picked those, and keep an eye on who does better.
That's right.
So, first one, Eagles at Bucks.
Eagles at Bucks.
What are you looking at, Ant?
I think on paper this is an outstanding game. This is definitely an outstanding game. And the funny thing is, both the Eagles and Buccaneers quarterbacks, they're both backups.
That's true.
Because Ryan Fitzpatrick is backup for the Bucks. Eagles, Nick Foles is the backup for the Eagles. But Ryan Fitzpatrick had the best game in his entire NFL career.
Fitzmagic.
415 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions against the Saints. Outstanding game.
Little known fact, Ant. When I was in college, I played against Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Really?
Yep. Ryan Fitzpatrick went to Harvard, and I played on Lafayette. I sat the bench. So when I say I played against Ryan Fitzpatrick, he played, and I was on the bench. But the team I was on played against him.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. I think I know who you're predicting, so why don't you go first?
All right. Feeling good about this game. Nick Foles, you know him. I love Nick Foles, Super Bowl winning quarterback, but I think he's somewhat limited in some of his skills. That being said, I think that the Eagles are going to shut the Buccaneers down. I think there's going to be no Fitzmagic this week. Eagles are going to do just enough. Expect a defensive touchdown. They'll do just enough on an offense. Maybe expect a special teams touchdown. Couple turnovers. I'm thinking it's going to be like 31-10 Eagles.
I'm going to Buccaneers.
What?
I told my dad this and he called me crazy. I got the Buccaneers because the Eagles did not look good against the Falcons, a team that they beat to go to the NFC Championship game. They looked horrible against the Falcons.
Full disclosure, I fell asleep for that game, so I didn't see it.
Now, the thing that worries me is that the Eagles have an outstanding defense that could stop the Buccaneers. However, the offense for the Bucs, very good. I got the Buccaneers winning. I think this should be a high-scoring game. I'm going to say 34-31.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Yep.
All right, we'll find out. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Next game.
Vikings versus Packers.
What do you think about this one, Ant?
I got the Vikings.
Yeah?
I feel good about the Vikings. I'm not sure if Aaron Rodgers is going to play this week, and if he is, we don't know how healthy he's going to be. And I just think that Kirk Cousins, the way that he looked last week, he looked outstanding, and I think he's going to play a factor. And I got the Vikings winning. I'm going to say the Vikings 42 to 31.
Right.
No, not 31, I'm sorry. To 28.
Okay, another high-scoring game.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Vikings, too. Obviously, you know, they're competing with the Eagles, so I don't root for them or anything like that. But I think that they're a really good team. They have a really good defense. I think Kirk Cousins is a really good fit for Thielen and Rudolph and Diggs. And I think that even if Rodgers plays, and he busted out some magic last week, but even if he plays, he could be somewhat limited. That's a really good Vikings defense. So I'm going to say Vikings 24, Packers 12.
Okay. Final game?
Last but not least, AFC Championship rematch.
That's right. Patriots versus Jaguars. John, what happens in this game?
This is a tough one for me to predict. I can see it going a couple different ways. I guess my prediction is going to be that Brady keeps being Brady, and I think that he's going to put up points, even though the Jaguars' defense is incredible. And I think it's going to end up being somewhere like 27-17. I think the Patriots are going to beat them. I think Jacksonville's really good, but until the Patriots get beat, I don't think I'm going to pick against them.
I got the Jaguars.
Oh, all right.
I got the Jaguars. I think that defense is just going to sack Tom Brady. They have an outstanding defense. I'm going to say 24-17.
Okay. So we're different on 2 out of 3. You can tell it's early in the year. We don't have things quite figured out yet, right? Lot to shake out in the NFL, but we'll know more after this weekend.
Definitely.
And I think we might have just set a record. We're up over 22 minutes. I believe this might have set record for the longest in Landmark Sports Show history.
That's right. Start of season 3 and already we're breaking records.
Breaking records. Lot to do, lot to cover. Ant's birthday week next week. Everybody wish him a happy birthday. So we'll be off. Ant's taking a little trip. But we will be back the following week, and we'll have some UFC predictions, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of NFL talk, and by then the MLB will be getting almost into the playoffs.
Yes, we will.
Lot to do with Senior Ant. Seniors. With his college haircut.
That's right. What should I just say? College hair.
All right, is that it for this week?
That does it for us. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you being here for the start of season 3. We're going to have a strong year. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.